Wrestling family, buckle up because what just unfolded on Monday Night Raw might be one of the most earth-shattering twists in WWE history. Welcome back to Wrestling Pro News, your ultimate backstage pass to the most explosive moments, shocking alliances, and legendary transformations in professional wrestling. I'm your host, and tonight, we're diving deep into a seismic power shift that just rocked the entire WWE universe to its core. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the dominant force who has ruled WWE with an iron fist and ancestral pride, didn't just return, he flipped the entire landscape of the company with one move. On what seemed like a routine episode of Raw, Reigns stunned everyone by introducing a mysterious new partner who had the crowd roaring, social media exploding, and Jey Uso frozen in disbelief. That partner, none other than Zilla Fatu, a name already buzzing on the independent scene, but now officially aligned with the most powerful force in WWE history. This wasn't just a new alliance. It was the rebirth of the bloodline and possibly the start of a new dynasty. Roman didn't just recruit a muscle-bound enforcer, he brought in blood, legacy, and chaos. And Jey Uso, the reigning world heavyweight champion, was caught completely off guard. As Roman stood tall in the ring, Zilla Fatu by his side, the message was loud and clear: the bloodline isn't just back, it's being rebuilt, and nothing will be the same again. But to understand the gravity of this moment, we've got to rewind and unpack the years-long saga that brought us here. The bloodline is more than just a faction. It's a generational empire rooted in the storied Inoue wrestling family. We're talking about legends who've etched their names into the bedrock of WWE: The Rock, Yokozuna, Rikishi, the Usos, and of course, Roman Reigns himself. Reigns, born Lee Joseph Inoue on May 25, 1985, in Pensacola, Florida, started his WWE journey back in FCW in 2010. But it was at Survivor Series 2012 when everything changed. Teaming with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, Reigns debuted as part of The Shield, a trio that redefined chaos and domination in WWE. But when Seth Rollins turned on The Shield in 2014, smashing Roman with a steel chair, it forced Reigns into the solo spotlight. WWE had high hopes, pushing him hard as the next face of the company. He won the 2015 Royal Rumble, headlined WrestleMania 31 against Brock Lesnar, but fans weren't sold. They saw him as the corporate poster boy and booed relentlessly. But Reigns never folded. He pushed through the hate, battled through injuries, won multiple titles, and proved time and again that he belonged. Then came the moment that stopped everything, October 22, 2018. Reigns revealed his leukemia diagnosis live on Raw. Stripped of his title but never his courage, he walked away from the ring, not knowing if he'd ever return. But he did. On February 25, 2019, Reigns announced he was in remission, and the crowd that once booed him now stood united behind him. That comeback changed everything. On August 30, 2020, Reigns returned again, this time darker, more focused, and aligned with Paul Heyman. The tribal chief was born. Ruthless, demanding acknowledgement, he claimed the Universal Championship and redefined dominance. Joined by Jimmy and Jey Uso, the bloodline formed and ran WWE for over 3 years. Reigns held the Universal Championship for a staggering 1,316 days, toppling everyone from John Cena to Brock Lesnar. But eventually, even empires crack. Sami Zayn's betrayal at the 2023 Royal Rumble, Jey Uso's rebellion at Money in the Bank, and Cody Rhodes finally dethroning Reigns at WrestleMania 40 signaled the fall. While Reigns stepped away, Solo Sikoa seized control, forming his own faction, MFD, or My Family Dynasty, pulling in Tomatanga, Tangaloa, and Jacob Fatu. Suddenly, the bloodline wasn't the only Inoue faction with muscle and legacy. But Roman's return changes everything, and he's not here to play catch-up. He's here to reclaim, to dominate, and to punish. That brings us to the epic night that flipped Raw and set fire to SummerSlam anticipation. Monday Night Raw, July 28, 2025. The main event. Jey Uso, the World Heavyweight Champion, going toe-to-toe with Bronson Reed, a juggernaut from Seth Rollins' new alliance. This wasn't just a match, it was a preview of SummerSlam warfare. Jey was electric, dancing around Reed's size with speed and finesse, but Reed used brute force to take control. The crowd was hot, the energy boiling, and just when it looked like Jey was about to fall, Roman Reigns stormed the arena. The tribal chief didn't come alone. He delivered a Superman punch to Breakker, who tried to interfere, and unleashed fury on Reed. But the numbers game caught up quickly. Reed and Breakker rallied, hammering Reigns and Jey down. And just when hope looked lost, the lights dimmed, a new entrance theme hit, and chaos erupted. A hooded figure stormed the ring, dropping Breakker with a clothesline and slamming Reed with a devastating Samoan drop. He pulled back the hood, Zilla Fatu. The arena lost it. Jey was stunned. Roman smiled. Zilla Fatu had arrived. This wasn't just a debut. It was a signal. A war cry. The bloodline's rebirth. Zilla Fatu, son of the late great Umaga, has entered the battlefield and aligned himself with Reigns. Born Isaiah Fatu on September 9, 1999, Zilla had a troubled youth, landing in prison at just 15 for aggravated robbery. But prison changed him. He watched his cousins dominate WWE from behind bars and vowed to earn his place in the family legacy. After 6 years, he walked out in 2022 and never looked back. He began training under Booker T at Reality of Wrestling and debuted in 2023 with a bang. He made headlines across the independent circuit, winning titles in House of Glory and Game Changer Wrestling, blending old-school Samoan power with a new age intensity. He walks like his father, hits like his uncles, and now stands beside Roman Reigns. And his timing couldn't be more critical. With Jey standing at the top with the championship, Solo leading MFD into battle, and Roman plotting his next move, Zilla's presence is the wildcard that might tilt the entire war. Is he here to reinforce Roman's empire, or eventually challenge it? Is Jey now an ally or a threat? And how will Solo Sikoa respond to this new addition, knowing the battle for bloodline supremacy is only beginning? This isn't just a storyline. It's an emotional war, a tribal reckoning. And with SummerSlam around the corner, every moment, every alliance, every stare in the ring could be a precursor to the next explosion. Zilla Fatu's debut is more than hype, it's history in the making. So, stay locked in, fam. Smash that subscribe button, join the ride, because this bloodline story just got a brand new chapter, and trust me, it's going to get a lot more violent, personal, and unforgettable from here. Let's get it.